Forgot to change your names.
It's okay, he's Matthew now.
Matthew. No, Alan, don't need to change.
Yeah, I don't need to change.
Type.
Yeah, I hate this keyboard.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, we're live? Are we live?
Are we live?
Yes, we are live.
Oh,
okay.
Hi.
Hello. We didn't know we're live. Well, welcome back to round 4 of Swiss. We have a really interesting matchup, pair down actually, as all our undefeated players have already been on stream once. So we try to feature new people every round.
Yeah.
But we say new people, but we see these guys, these three guys every time anyway. It's none other than Melvin K against Martin Tan.
Yeah, so both very seasoned players at this point, right? Martin always riding his last ride, yeah, so it will never end.
It's a very long ride.
And I hope it will never end, right? So Melvin, world champion this year, hopefully. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So Melvin, a very, very seasoned, I would say Singapore best player at this point, right? The most consistent player I've known. Like they played the game for so long, right? Martin wise, yeah, Martin himself is pretty consistent, right? Always doing his homework before every tournament, right? Finding what suits him best or like tweaking the teams to suit what's his needs, lah.
Yeah, and especially what we see him bring today, he's always been, from my experience, he's always brought a different Roaring Moon set for every tournament. And today we've got a really interesting one as well. Mono attack Roaring Moon. Interesting choice here. We'll see how it pays off. Usually we see at least one coverage option in the at least the breaking swipe, but Martin here choosing to go for triple non-offensive moves.
Yeah, triple non-offensive move, double support move, and one offensive move.
Yeah. Right. So we'll see how that works out. Melvin, of course, piloting this Chiyu team Chiyu Glamora team that we kind of saw in the previous round as well, piloted by Danvir. So we kind of have an idea of what that can do as well. Has the Tatsugiri with Dondozo and the Iron Bundle as well, like 3 Pokemon that have kind of just been, even the Dragonite as well has been a staple since the format's beginning. Chiyu kind of creeping in later into the format more recently. More players have been finding success with it. Not running the nasty plot here, having the Overheat and the Protect instead, as well as the Glimora to provide some other...
To more like deal with Store, to deal with Store with the Mortal Speed. And Glimora is pretty decent coverage on its own, with the Earth Power, Power Gem, and also Energy Ball. Right? So it's not a mon to be disrespected, it's still something to keep in mind for players, right? Because Gamora's typing is actually pretty, it's still okay on its own.
I think another thing to note is that Martin is playing this mouse hold annihilate combination, which is pretty popular. The beat up with the beat up with the Rage Fist combination really strong. Hasn't really. I haven't seen it too often in Regulation C, so it'll be interesting to see how he combines this. Also, what do we call them?
Which one? The Fire Arcanine?
No, there's no there's no Ruin Pokemon on this team.
Yes. So Martin, is not choosing to run a Ruin Pokemon, a very Series 2 kind of thing, right? But we do see people, have success with even Pokemon that's not one of the Runes mons on their team, right? So honestly, it's really down to how the player would like to play the team. Right. So, because sometimes a Rune Pokemon might even hamper your own ally Pokemon with the Aura, with their Aura ability. Right. So I would also like to point out that Martin Arcanine is actually the Assault Vest variant and not the Safety Goggles, which is the most common item in Regulation C to avoid all your Amoonguses.
Yeah, in this matchup though, because Melvin doesn't have the Amoongus or any other powder-based moves, his decision seems to be rewarded here.
Yeah, the Assault Vest does give more value in this scenario. Right, so we'll be moving on into game 1 between the Martin Tan and Melvin K.
Yeah, the Arcanine Assault Vest even negates the Chiyu's Beads of Ruin, in fact, so that's pretty interesting.
Definitely.
As Melvin's gonna start straight off with the Glimora and the Chiyu. Gonna start putting on some offensive pressure right off the bat.
And Arcanine is leading with, I think, the mouse hole. I think it's too tiny that the Arcanine is blocking.
Hey, don't fat shame our good doggo here.
I'm sorry. No, he's cute and fluffy boy.
It is the Iron Bundle.
So Iron Bundle is just a very tiny penguin.
Yeah, so immediately the Iron Bundle, probably wants to target down this Chiyu with the Hydro Pump right off the bat, but it is definitely threatened by the Glimora with the Power Gem.
right? Especially Iron Bundle is not known for its special defense. Yeah, so actually a Power Gem might be even enough to bring it all the way down.
Yeah, and even and with the minus special defense from the Chiyu as well. And even the Arcanine is not too safe, even with the Assault Vest being negated by the Beads of Ruin. So Glamora, a really strong lead here from Melvin. Let's see how he decides to use it.
Definitely. Right. So of course Martin's Arcanine has the Snarl also to
that is true,
to control the special attacker.
And yeah, we see Martin kind of loving this kind of playstyle throughout the seasons. They're just snarling and intimidating and icy winding and just trying to control the opponent's stats, trying to force the opponent into unfavorable switch outs, and then try to reposition for the momentum there. But Chiyu gonna go straight, still does over half, double target into the Iron Bundle, and does. Yeah, and that's a huge. Yeah, it's interesting to see that. Yeah, even the Iron Bundle is running a pretty supportive set.
Bulky set, right? I mean, that's what Martin has been known. Sometimes I would say is sometimes it works in his favor, sometimes it doesn't, because teams like this that might tend to get out of fence if you don't control them properly. Yeah. So, but in this scenario, I think it's still pretty okay, right? Arcanine is controlling the field with Snarl, while Martin is primed to set up his Annihilate with the bulk out here.
Yeah, so maybe Melvin, maybe he's thinking about wanting to switch out one of his two Pokemon here into a more physical attacker, and Melvin is going to straight away try to recycle his Intimidate here. Get in his Mouth Hold, get this into beat up Rage Fist combination on the board. But interestingly enough, this does mean that Martin has revealed all four of his Pokemon. That's a lot of information that Melvin can work with in game one.
Definitely. And I think it's also safe to say that the end game here is really the Annihilate Rage Fist end game here for Martin, right? But seeing Melvin switch in the Dondozo, replacing the Chiyu, also might suggest that Tatsugiri is at the back of Melvin's fourth slot, right? So I guess this is where we get to see where Glamora shines, right? With the Mortal Spin, putting the poison onto Annihilate to give it a timer, so that it doesn't run wild.
Although the Annihilate does have the Drain Punch to heal back up over time if it needs to, and of course the normal poison opposed to the toxic poison, it's a fixed damage over time, so he can't just stall out completely. He still needs to deal damage because this Annihilate can just heal up. But one thing I wanted to take note of is that the Annihilate did, previously mentioned that Martin tries to force these switches out from his opponent using the stat reducing moves. So he did find the opportunity to get a very important bulk up on that Annihilate as well. Right. So now it's boosted defenses. Arcanine can come in to further drop the attack of the opponent Dondozo now. Definitely. Wave Crash is going to go into the mouse hold though.
Yep.
Yeah.
So getting rid of the mouse hold here means no more redirection, right? And actually mouse has already served its purpose, right? In beating up, abusing its partner of Annihilate.
And the Rage Fist is gonna come out. How much damage? Ooh, oh! Critical hit!
Yeah, so a crit does ignore the Dondozo boost there, right? I think even without the crit there, I think it will probably be a 2-hit KO.
Right, and now that's a huge knockout. Importantly, the Tatsukiri just switched in, couldn't get off an attack, but now the Arcanine comes in, can start going for snarls again, but this Annihilate is threatening to run away with the game.
Yep. I think a thing to be concerned about is Tatsu being the fastest thing on the field also. Draco Meteor will probably chip the Annihilate very badly, and will the Citrus Berry be enough to save Annihilate from a Chiyu overheat?
The thing is, for Martin here, it's also very simple for him to just protect with the Annihilate and then go for a Snarl on the Arcanine. Martin's favorite move in the game. So wouldn't be surprised to see him go for that here. And we'll see how Melvin tries to outplay that option. It's a very safe option at this point in time. It is.
And also something to note, since Melvin has Terra into Ghost, right? That means he's weak to Snarl now.
He's weak to Snarl, but he's also not going to be hit by the extreme speed from the Arcanine. So that might be something that he might be thinking about. Maybe a double target, and he's afraid of double target.
But then again, is Martin Tan? Do you think he will really press extreme speed?
That is true.
And then you see there's no extreme speed.
But crucial avoid. But no protect from the Annihilate. That's actually pretty huge.
Yeah, Dark Pulse coming out.
Dark Pulse predicting the protect on the Annihilate.
Right, so
free Rage Fist coming off from the Annihilate into the Tatsugiri all the way down, gets the knockout, and now this Snarl might do a lot of damage.
Single target, with bits of runes and flinch, right? So the Dark Pulse flinch, I guess, you miss
all
the Muddy
calculated.
Water. Yeah. No, it's fair all in fair game, right? You miss Muddy Water, you get flinch, right? We take those, I suppose. Right, so Citrus Berry does heal the Annihilate back up to pretty healthy range.
Yeah, funnily enough, the poison from the Glamora actually allowing Martin to proc the Citrus Berry.
They might have backfired from the water spin. Yeah. Right, so another Snarl pretty free here, but I think Arcanine might go down here might just go down here to what's this thing called? Power Gem.
Wait, the Annihilate is Terra Water, okay.
Yeah, so he Terra already. Oh my god!
Survives! Annihilate flinches! Oh no!
Oh no!
And the Chiyu avoids the Snarl. That is insult to injury.
This is not fair anymore.
Melvin showing why he is a top player. His friendship with his Pokemon is unmatched.
I mean, I would argue that Martin loves his Annihilate a lot. He didn't give him a grade earlier.
He beat his own Annihilate.
That's
how can you
true.
say that?
Martin did why you don't abuse your Mon. Definitely don't abuse a dead Mon, right? He's already a ghost.
Annihilate turning in his resignation early, not wanting to work anymore.
It's a weekend after all. Time to rest, right? Yeah. So actually, I think Martin's game plan going forward actually was pretty okay. Yeah, the Annihilate end game there was, I think it's just really the unfortunate flinch over there.
The Annihilate giveth and the Annihilate taketh away. Gets that critical hit on the Dondozo for a 1-hit KO. Proceeds to not move for the rest of the game. Well, I mean, he did get the Rage Fist off on the Tatsu. Yeah,
I did get.
But he didn't get that crucial attack off on the Chiyu.
Right.
Unfortunate there.
Unfortunate. Right. So I guess I don't think Martin has to adjust much.
I think maybe he can think about protecting his Iron Bundle a bit more in Game 2. He kind of let it go down a bit too easily.
I think it was fine because you get a free switch. You do get a free switch in. Yeah,
he doesn't even have the water move. That's fine. Yeah. I was thinking the water move would be very useful against the Chiyu, but since he doesn't even have the water move, then that's fine. Yeah, the Encore doesn't even not really that relevant here because the Chiyu doesn't even have Nasty Plot.
Yeah. So there's nothing to control for the Iron Bundle. Maybe, I think Arcanine was fine too, like in terms of the Snarl. Yeah, I think, but maybe something to, maybe he shouldn't, but then again, the mouse hole did provide value, right? Or maybe you think Martin should have switched it up into maybe a Golden Go endgame instead.
Ooh, I'm not sure about, the Goldengo is also Terra Water, can be brought in against the Chiyu. We eat Dark Pulses instead, which is fine.
I think if Martin were to choose the Golden Go endgame, he has to consider that means Melvin might have to Terra Grass the Dondozo to deal with the Golden Go.
Yeah.
So it really see how will both players adjust, right? Martin really thinking it hard, right? You see, 5 seconds on the timer, bringing his favorite Pokemon, the Roaring Moon of this generation, right? So actually, well, how
I think from Melvin's side he doesn't need to really adjust. His game plan is pretty solid. I think, he did get a bit fortunate with a few rolls towards the end there, but otherwise, his Chiyu is still pretty well placed to deal a lot of damage to Glamora. The Power Gem was really crucial at that point in time as well. So really good coverage between these two Pokemon, and no switch ups. Oh no, wait. Martin choosing to lead with the mouse hold as well, trying to get the Friend Guard to give him a bit more bulk, and we see Martin picking some spicy options. But
I think it's very difficult. I think you would have to sacrifice your bundle. Oh, this is not good, man. Yeah, I think the lead wise, I think Martin was really started off in the back with the back foot here. It's really a downgrade from his previous game's lead, honestly. Yeah,
and without the Arcanine to snarl the two special attackers straight away, both of his Pokemon are so vulnerable here. Yeah, with even the Icy Wind now wasn't going to do too much to solve the issue. Roaring Moon is going to come in here. So a switch up from Martin in terms of which Pokemon he brought. Is going to get the attack raise, so going to have boosted stats for the rest of this game. Iron Bundle does go for this Icy Wind, and hopefully the damage just doesn't do too much coming the other way.
Man.
It's not. Oh no! It's overheated into the Iron Bundle.
It's a clean
Gets the
KO.
one KO, so
Crit didn't matter. No worries.
gets a free hit into this.
Okay, but the good news here, I guess, is it's not super effective at least. So it does get a mortal spin, so a little timer onto the.
Yeah, crucially, this Roaring Moon can't heal up, so.
With what Roost?
No, it doesn't have.
Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah.
It has taunt instead.
Yeah. So it's I guess it's.
This is rough.
It's
really rough. This is really rough for Martin.
Like in order for Martin to do significant damage, he has to Terra. It's a Roaring Moon, right? As we see on screen, he only have acrobatics as as his main form of damage, right? So
and if he terrors his Roaring Moon, then Chiyu gets to rain on this.
No more resist. I think he acrobatics into the Glimora, which is resisted, and I think Glimora will easily survive it and kill it with a power
He's
gem.
going for a big play. He's predicting a switch from Melvin's side, but on Melvin's side, there's really no reason to. Oh, but he does switch out the Chiyu instead.
I think that's okay.
Trying to reset the speed, I guess.
The special attack and the speed.
Oh yeah, so that makes sense. Dondo's are gonna come in, acrobatics.
What the hell? That did nothing!
The wrong slot.
And man,
triggers
no
the
need to Mortal Spike anymore. Right, so another is bulking up, hitting the gym, since he.
But he's got no family of mouses to show it off to. Strangely going for the mortal spin again.
So I guess things on the time. I think that's I think Roaring Moon is not a threat enough, that you warrant the power gem anyway.
I mean, next turn you probably just switch in the Tatsu and then
eat and no mouse hole to beat. To beat up. Yeah, I think there's no reason for Melvin to Terra Grass also, right? So I think I don't.
This is.
Yeah.
I mean, you reset the Glimora as well. You reset the speed drop.
Yep.
You get a boosted Dondozo. This is
very difficult for Martin to actually come back here. Right. So probably a Tatsu coming in again.
Yeah.
Right, Dondozo having an early dinner here.
Yeah, we spoke a lot about before the match, a lot about Martin's playstyle, and this game also really shows Melvin's playstyle. He always plays these very solid teams that just crush you through its very solid options.
Correct.
Like this play was so obvious, but there's nothing at all that Martin can do to counter it.
Or even the last turn.
Yeah, like this protect switch turn is absolutely nothing. All he can do is go for another bulk up, but even then, without the beat up from the mouse hold, this Annihilate is so much less of a threat compared to game 1.
Yeah, right. Even a crit wouldn't kill it at this point in time, right? I guess it's like you are right in terms of Melvin's playstyle. He does run all these very good balanced, super balanced teams. That has a pretty the good matchups are fantastic. Like even the bad matchups are still salvageable. Like you still can play from there, right? Especially as you can see, like the Glimora, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, right? But this thing does well against Annihilate,
Yes.
like putting things on a timer, right? Or you have to.
I'm pretty sure this also helps, like in the mirror, in the Dondozo mirror. You just poison the Dondozo and then you just win. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think both players really showcasing their play styles here, right? Yeah.
Okay, Annihilate survives with that additional bulk up. It's going to be taken down pretty low though, as the Terra is committed on the Roaring Moon.
Right, but with the defense boost from the Dondozo, I don't think he will do a lot either. Unless crit. Or maybe unless crit.
The
from
big
Dream
fish
Punch.
takes that like a champ. It actually does a lot of damage for a non-crit.
+2
Yeah.
Yeah, it's +2 at this point.
But still going to be taken down by another wave crash, I think, the following turn. And even with the leftovers, Dondozo can just protect.
Wait a minute, the Roaring Moon is slower than the Dondozo, right?
Yeah, after the speed boost.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. You can't switch out the Annihilate. That means you waste your 2 bulk ups. Actually, oh my god, Cheng. Even through 2 bulk ups, it's still. The wave crash still did so much.
Yeah.
Oh man. Protect. Yeah, I think you have to protect here.
I think
But protect also no use.
is there a world where you read the Dondozo protect to try to get more leftovers recovery and then you go for another bulk up and tailwind? No, but Melvin says
think
no,
that-
no tailwind for you.
But I think that's a good wave crash into the Roaring Moon.
Yeah.
Because you might read the protect and send in the mouse hole to follow me, right?
No, Muscle is KO'd, no?
No, mouse hole is still alive. Mouse hole haven't hit the field yet, actually. He did hit the field, then he switched out into
Into the
Roaring Moon, and the Roaring Moon has been there for its whole duration of being alive.
Oh, okay, but while we were talking about that, Martin does pick up the KO on the Dondozo, so that's one issue down. But crucially, the tailwind was not set up by the Roaring
Still
Moon, so
two big threats on.
yeah, so that's a
Melvin's side of
really
the field.
good target selection from
G3,
Melvin.
honestly.
Yeah.
Even follow me can't redirect away hit wave because hit wave is spread.
Yeah, can't redirect Muddy Water as well.
Yeah, and Dream Punch. Oh, actually, Chiyu Sash is broken. So okay, maybe there's a small
No, but the
chance.
Chiyu can just Terra Ghost and then you can Drain Punch it.
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty safe.
Well, I mean, actually, you will just Rage Fist into the Chiyu, won't you? Calling the Terra Ghost. But I mean, you have been hit twice, so there's 150 base Rage Fist into Chiyu, and Chiyu is not really the most bulky thing in the world.
So we are
anyway.
going to see the Terra from Melvin here. It probably is going to be the Chiyu. Yeah.
Terra Ghost.
Just to prevent the Drain Punch healing back. Because I think that's one angle that like getting a Drain Punch off on a really healthy Chiyu. That's one angle back that Martin can carry the game.
Alright.
So, but we should probably just see double spread move here.
Yeah, Muddy
pick
Water
up the
with heat
KOs. Muddy Water. Oh, that's an avoidable. That's a very crucial avoid.
Yeah, on the correct mon, no less.
And the heat wave. No, with the friend guard survives as well. And Drain Punch gets into the Tatsugiri. Doesn't
but
go
does it
after.
heal enough?
Yeah, does
Will it be
it
enough?
heal enough is the question.
Okay, I think it's
Okay.
still decent. So actually, what Martin needs to do now?
No, I
It's
think-
not to get finished by Dark Pulse.
No, but Mousehold will go down to the poison
poison.
here. So the friend guard is gone. So the heat wave will do single target damage as well. So that should be the
Heat wave can miss.
Heat wave can miss. Heat wave
can miss.
But there's still a Glamora, which can just power gem.
But I think another is
no, the
faster than Glamora. Right. Okay, let's look at the speed numbers. I think should be. Yeah. This
Yeah.
Okay. So Annihilate will probably be faster than Glamora. Oh,
No, it's not. It's not. Oh, okay. I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, but then again, he didn't choose the Dream Punch. Yeah. Oh, Dark Pulse flinch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Alright. So yeah, I think it really shows that actually the end game has always been Annihilate.
Yes.
It's always been it. It's just how are we gonna bring it into set it up?
Yeah, and unfortunately for Martin, he just didn't have enough safe opportunities, especially in that game 2 there. I felt maybe his lead was not as optimal
Yep.
into the Glamora and the Chiyu,
Alright.
and just didn't have those openings to bring in that boosted Annihilate in.
The Roaring Moon didn't provide any value to, right? Acrobatics actually sabotaged the mouse hole with the what that thing called? The toxic debris. Yeah, toxic debris actually
yes.
sabotaged mouse hole's survive, like he could survive one more turn, right? Right. So actually Arcanine actually was I think game 1 was a pretty solid lead. I think it just because of the crits and making it very murky, very messy. That's why Martin's chances was he got slashed.
Yes. But Melvin obviously also adjusted really well in game 2, understanding how to better handle this Annihilate threat. Yeah, unfortunate for Martin there. So even though he was paired up, it's gonna drop down to 2-2.
It's okay.
Might
Melvin
still make.
got resistance.
Yeah, adds the resistance there. Maybe still has a chance to run it back in the top cut bracket. Melvin, of course, going out 4-0.
The guaranteed top cut.
Something that we expect from him nowadays. But really good to show that getting close to the end of the season, these strong players really starting to ramp up their consistency.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll be moving on to the last. This is
should be a
4-0, right?
yeah.
Yeah. We're moving on to one more round. Swiss. Right. So
We'll see
stay
you
tuned.
around.